Breaking news from the College of St. Elizabeth, a new study by Loda and Sherman has shown that college students continue to view people with mental disorders in a negative light. This study defines mental illness as behaviors of people that are considered to be deviant from other people in a particular culture. Males tend to view people with mental illness more negatively than females. A study was conducted with 36 female and 36 male volunteers from a coeducational college in suburban New Jersey. These students were from varying ethnicities and levels of education, freshmen through seniors. They were asked to fill out a familiarity report, which would measure how familiar these students were with mental illness. They were then asked to fill out an opinions of mental illness questionnaire. The results concluded that more male participants than female participants held the belief that mentally ill people are inferior to normal individuals. These results may be because more women affected by mental illness are willing to speak up compared to men. This study suggests that there may be a growing need for educational programs to increase awareness and understanding of mental illness and how they affect people.
The second study, referred to as the Healthy Mind Study, was an online study of a random sample of college-age students attending 11 different colleges around the United States. This study hoped to determine if stigma played an important role in why college-age students do not seek help for mental illnesses despite counseling being subsidized on college campus. These participants were then asked if they not only viewed others but also themselves inferior for seeking help for mental illnesses. They were also asked if in the past month they felt as though they needed to reach out to someone due to feeling sad or anxious. The results concluded that there was a difference in mental health services across varying stigmas. However, people who felt more stigmatized tended to seek out less mental health services. In conclusion, there continues to be stigma around mental illness in college students that negatively affect their ability to obtain academic success, future career success, and healthy social relationships. Once again concluding the need for education to increase understanding and awareness for mental illness among college students.
Now, let's go to Chance and Aaron to see how people in the community react to these findings.
Hello, I'm here with my friend
Riley.
Riley. Are you ready to answer some questions on mental health?
I am.
Okay, well, our starting question is, do you know anyone who is mentally ill? If so, who?
My friend Katie, she suffers from depression and anxiety.
Okay. Are you less likely to befriend someone if you know they have a mental illness?
No, because I've experienced depression and anxiety as well, and something that helps a lot is having a friend there, like a support system. So since I know what it's like, I wouldn't do that to someone else, if that makes sense.
Okay. On to our next question. Do you view mental illness as weakness?
No, because it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, and also, like, if someone goes through a traumatic event, it's not a weakness.
Okay. Do you believe addiction is a mental illness or defined by a person's character or how they were raised?
I think it's a little bit of both. Someone could become codependent on an addiction just to get that serotonin, but if they were raised in a household of addicts, then they might pick up on that through that as well. So I think it's a combination of both.
Okay. And our final question of the day is, have you ever taken any sort of psychology class in college?
Yes, I took a psychology class through a community college last year, and I'm in sociology right now.
Okay. Well, was the class actually psychology?
Yes.
Okay. That's it for our questions. Thank you. Hi, I'm here with my friend.
I'm Nikki.
All right, Nikki, you ready to answer some questions on mental illness?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Your first question will be, do you know anyone who is mentally ill? If so, who?
I mean, not at the moment, and I wouldn't share for them.
Okay. Great answer. Your second question will be, are you less likely to befriend someone if you know they have a mental illness?
No, I wouldn't think that's necessary. Put against them like that. They can't control it.
Okay. Very nice answer. Number 3, do you view mental illness as a weakness?
Yes and no, really. But of course it's a weakness. It's going to hold anybody back.
Okay. Question number 4. Do you believe addiction is a mental illness or defined by a person's character or how they were raised?
growing up and who you're raised by and your surroundings will definitely have an impact on you. But did you say it was a mental illness, addiction? Yeah. Absolutely. But people around you and how you're raised will definitely affect that.
All right, very nice answer. Your last and final question. Okay, have you or are you in a psychology class in college?
I'm currently in one right now. Yes.
Thank you very much, Nikki. Hey, today I'm here with my friend
Kaylee.
Kaylee. Are you ready to answer some questions on mental illness?
Yes.
Thank God. Do you know anyone who is mentally ill, and if so, who?
Yes, I know a few people who struggle with mental illness, one of them being my roommate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, your second question is, are you less likely to befriend someone if you know they're mentally ill?
No, I don't think so. I definitely think I just am more like aware of, like I take into account knowing what they're going through and just try to be there for them. And yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Your third question today is going to be, do you view mental illness as a weakness?
No, I think it's kind of just, it just kind of falls upon people sometimes, like, unwillingly, and it's just a struggle they have to cope with.
Of course. Now, your fourth question today is going to be, do you believe addiction is a mental illness, or defined by a person's character or how they were raised?
I feel like when I first hear that question, I wouldn't think it's a mental, addiction is a mental illness. I guess over time, once you really are addicted and become codependent, then maybe it does become some sort of illness because you can't, you need it in your life type of thing. But I definitely think it has a factor with how you grow up and your environment. And just what you've been exposed to and stuff like that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And our last question of the day is, have you ever taken a psychology class in college?
Yes, I have. It was a good class.
You enjoyed it?
I did like it, yes.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Kenny.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Today we are here with Dean. Will you be willing to answer a few questions today?
Of course.
Okay. Do you know anyone who is mentally ill? If so, who?
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. Are you less likely to befriend someone if you know they have a mental illness?
Depends on the circumstances. And sometimes if they're aggressive and all that, I won't be.
Yeah. Understandable. Do you view mental illness as a weakness?
I do, in a sense that it's definitely not a strength. So it's not exactly something that would put you ahead of society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I would. It's kind of difficult, kind of, because sometimes it could be a strength, if you're extra smart and that kind of stuff, but unnecessarily.
All right. Do you believe addiction is a mental illness, or defined by a person's character or how they were raised?
I don't think it's a mental illness, but I do think it defines how they were raised and who they are and what they do.
Okay, last question. Have you ever taken any sort of psychology class in college?
No, I haven't. Not in college. It's AP psychology. I do.
Okay. That wraps things up.